I found my way to Shang Shung after spending a year in India. I got very ill. People had told me that with the illness I had that I would never get back to normal, that I would never be the same again. A friend in India suggested I go see a Tibetan doctor at Minsi Kang. And I went and found that after being treated by this doctor for 6 months, that not only was I back to normal, but I was actually better. I was healthier, and problems that I'd had my whole life had vanished after this treatment. And I wanted to know more about how it worked and why it worked. I made an appointment with graduates of the Shang Shung Institute School, and they spent a lot of time with me explaining the basic foundations of Tibetan medicine, gave me a treatment plan for myself, for my life, dietary and behavioral suggestions, and after following it for a year.
Few years back, in my family, we had a health issue for one of our family members. So we were exploring alternative medicines. So while we were exploring alternative medicines, we came across a gentleman who heals people with the Tibetan herbs and medicines or methodology. So I was curious. Since then I've been curious how they read the disease, they diagnose the diseases with the pulse details. I mean, not only just the fever and other things, they can talk about how is your liver working, how is your kidney working, how is your heart working, what are their strength, and those kind of, they were able to tell the details without doing any EKG or PET scan or anything. So I was amazed with the kind of skills they have in diagnosing the issues in the patient.
If I knew what I was going to learn, I don't know, but it really felt from deep of my heart that this was really something I wanted to do.
We've had an amazing time with Genla. She's just so knowledgeable and full of wisdom, and so we've learnt the basics. We've started with the basics, learning about Tibetan medicine and its history and how it has evolved through time and through the lineage.
I enjoy learning. It's really dynamic, a fantastic group of people. Genla is just wonderful. She's a great teacher. She makes everything accessible and easy, and she gives us a lot of confidence.
We are fortunate. We are working with such a experienced person. So she has vast knowledge in the Tibetan medicine and also some exposure in the Western medicine. So she is able to relate the diseases and the Western diseases with her Tibetan medicine, and she is able to teach us very well, even though we don't have any background. She comes to our level and helps us in understanding the subject.
School so far has been really incredible. We've learned the foundational tenets of Tibetan medicine. We've begun learning Tibetan language, which is really amazing. We've worked a lot on kunya massage, external therapies.
We went away from the last intensive, went home and did a lot of practice with it. It's an amazing massage, and the people that I've offered it to have really made some really nice comments and feel that they've benefited greatly.
I'm sure people are looking at the natural remedies. So Tibetan medicine is mostly one of the natural remedies. So I'm sure it has a good potential. As a first-hand information for last at least few months with the Shang Shung Institute, information what we are getting here is more authentic, and also it is not just like what we think about a senior person in our village gives some herbs and then for randomly and it treats them. There is a lot of science behind the Tibetan medicine. They do go through the anatomy of the body, and they have a lot of data and analyze before deciding what kind of ailment a person has. So it is just not a randomly somebody giving a herb and then randomly getting a treatment. No, there is a lot of science behind this one. So I see a lot of potential in this particular knowledge. And
I really like the fact that the course had come online, because otherwise it probably would have been more difficult. And it's a very good online platform, so it's quite comprehensive and quite interactive. So that's been really good too. So you don't feel like you're alone. It's great in that way.
I've been able to maintain my work and go to school at the same time, which is really nice with the online courses. And being here in person for our physical intensives is really amazing. So it's a nice mix.